Okay, here we are again. So I was digging through some stuff, and I noticed that I haven't done a double-edged shave in a long time. I've been just using the single-edged stuff, which is pretty normal, but I like to do a double-edged shave now and again. Don't tell anybody. And I ran across one of these. And I got to thinking I haven't used one of these in a while, but they're pretty neat. These are little travel razors. A lot of them were made in Germany. I've seen this particular one is made in the U.S. from Parker and Blathersby, New York. And it's a little, what we call a four-piece razor. In just a second, it's got the little piece of the handle, and then there's another little piece of the handle inside of that. And that screws together. And then you have the two pieces to the head of the razor. And it's an open comb razor, kind of like a Gillette old style head. I've got just some dollar store Dorco blades, just whatever the standard stuff is. Don't get too caught up with blades. If it's sharp and all the equipment works right, it'll shave just fine. No problem with that. One thing about these that I will say as I'm putting this together is that on these old styles, a lot of times you need to make sure that the blades are kind of centered alignment, because they just check and make sure that you got an even exposure on both sides. If not, you'll end up with one side that tries to be a vegetable grater slicer, and the other side won't cut hot butter. But that looks pretty decent there. Alright, so the rest of today's stuff. Vintage Old Spice. I like Old Spice. Most of the ones you get don't really have a lot of scent left in them. This one is no exception, but it's still a decent soap. And I'm going to use a brush with a tuxedo knot. This is a Maggard's knot that I like. So okay, so the little travel razors, like you can see, they pack in a little or no room. Throw in a pack of blades to go with them. And if you really wanted to travel light, that would be a good time to use the old chapstick shave stick that we made. And you could get just a little something to put some aftershave in, and you've got your travel kit. Alright, here's the brush. See if we can get us a little lather going here with the Old Spice. I'm betting we can. Water. I don't know, people talk about Old Spice soap. I've got vintage Colgate soap, and I think it's very similar to the Old Spice soap. If you get a chance to grab some, I recommend it. It's neat to have just because it's, kind of nostalgic, something that was around and everything. They don't make anymore. Alright, yeah, we're going to get us a little, lathers up pretty good in the cup right here. We'll do another quick little wipe on the face. This is one of those where the only prep we're using is going to be the little face wipe there. It works pretty good. So let's see what we do here. And one thing I like to do, because I like the smell of the Old Spice, is that I'll put a couple of drops of Old Spice aftershave on top of the puck before I start making the lather. And it doesn't hurt the lather any. And I had someone one time tell me, well, you might not want to be putting alcohol in. It says, whatever, I use an alcohol splash when I get finished, so what does it matter? What does it matter? We got let's thin that out just a little bit. Just as we go. That's the neat thing about face lathering. You build it as you go, and when it gets to where you want it, there you are. Alright. Put that over here. Grab a cup of coffee. Yeah, let's see what happens with the old style travel razor here. Now, I am, as most people know, very much a single edge guy. But if I had to pick my favorites in the double edge world, the single ring and the old styles would be at the top of that list. To me, there's just nothing, it's just better than an open comb, old style Gillette razor or Gillette clone. It doesn't have to be a Gillette. There's plenty of other razors made like that that weren't made by Gillette. And they'll shave just about anything you grow. That really, it's just, people talk all the time about how aggressive an old is and how you have to be so careful, and I sit there and I just kind of laugh to myself. Once you get your techniques and learn what you're doing and learn how to shave, shaving with something like this is no different from shaving with a Tech or any of the milder razors, because your technique will iron out all that stuff. All right. Anyway, technique trumps tools is what they say over at the Shave Den, the 30-day crew, and that's absolutely true. Once you learn techniques and you learn to shave, then pretty much a razor's a razor and a blade's a blade, as long as everything's sharp and you're not talking about damaged equipment in it. As long as everything's in good shape, it'll shave and you can shave with it. I think too many times people are switching blades and they're switching razors and they're shimming razors and they're doing all this stuff trying to make up for a lack of technique, and it's fun to watch sometimes, but it doesn't seem to be real productive. Now, I've also noticed that this particular synthetic brush really likes to paintbrush. It really puts down a nice even layer of lather using it in the paintbrush style. Alright, so let's get a little cross grain action going here. No need for against the grain stuff. A really nice shave going on here while we've been talking. These give such a nice shave. They remind me some of the lather catcher shaves that I love so much, because it's just so easy to just blast out a good shave. Alright, back on that neck, we'll come across on this side some. Using an open comb, a lot of fun in itself. I had a guy one time was talking about how he liked the little trails that the open combs left in his lather, which was laughable, because if you're running trails, that means you don't have a blade in, and you're not shaving. So don't do that. Ooh, I see a little weeper there. That can definitely happen with one of these. Alright, come down on that big old chin. Boy, that's a smooth shave. I tell you what, you can't reach through the phone. I use my phone to make the videos. You can't reach through the phone and feel it. But I'm telling you, that is a nice shave from a little travel razor. You can pick these things up for little or nothing. They're not very expensive at all, and they make for a really high class shave. Alright, so our normal routine here, get a little witch hazel going for a little cleanup. We always have a little areas under the chin, under the down here on the neck that we give a little extra attention to. Usually nothing spectacular, just a little hit there. And we'll run down by the ear. Over here, yeah, that's all nice. Probably didn't really need that one. Got one little really light weefer right there, but I bet the aftershave takes care of that. And there we go. Boy, that is nice. Another case of don't judge a book by its cover. When you first look at these little razors, they don't look like they're going to do very much for you. But in reality, it's a very, very nice shave once you get into it. A little Old Spice aftershave. This is one of the Procter & Gamble. It's not one of the old Sultans that everybody thinks is so good, but it's kind of good. We can feel a little bit of the aftershave going on. It means we got a good close shave. And there we go. So, 4-piece travel razors. They've got them made in Germany. I've seen them from, I think, Bulgaria, wherever, different places of the world. This is a US made. I'm sure there's British made. Everybody was making the things at one time. You'll notice this one's in nice shape with the plating. Everything's nice. I think I gave like $5 for this one a while back. But anyway, have a good afternoon. Enjoy your shaves. And don't tell the SE guys that I had a double-edged shave. Huh? Appreciate you.